Okay, guys, raise your hand if you need the notes. You're welcome. Anyone else? Vanessa, do you have your notes? Okay, guys, today we're going to be taking notes, okay? So if you need a note, okay, Hugo needs the notes too as well. Do you need them in paper, Hugo?
Yeah, I think here is for now.
Oh, you have it? Oh, I thought he was like, I don't have them. So he has them. Okay, so we're going to go over the notes for today, guys. We're going to do 2.2C, and today is day 1, okay? So we're going to be learning about writing and solving multi-step equation notes, okay? So, and if you want me to slow down, please let me know, okay? Or if you have questions when I'm doing notes, raise your hand. Use this time to ask questions as well. And I have, it's not a game, it's spin the wheel, which I'm gonna click, and then all you guys' names are on here. So I'm gonna be asking a question, okay? And this is just to make sure that you are understanding, okay? So it's called spin the wheel. So once I do the notes, I'm gonna start asking questions, and your name is gonna be on here. So just answer your question, okay? What's the code? Okay, so we're gonna start with the notes. And how do I write and solve equations, okay? So, how do I write and solve equations? Okay, what's today's date? Today is the 18th, so we're gonna write down the date on your paper, 2022. Do you guys have the notes, Rosita? Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so writing and solving multi-step equations. This is what we're going to be learning today. And the essential question is, how do I write and solve equations? The steps. Step number 1, okay? For step number 1, we define a variable, okay? Which use the let statements to define your variable. Example, let x, okay? Step number 2 will be set up equation. Translate sentence into an equation using your let statement. Write an expression for each side of the equation, okay? Step number 3 will be solve the equation. Use inverse operations and the steps for solving equations. This is the three steps that we're going to follow to solve these equations that we're going to be doing, okay? It's pretty much word questions, so that's why we really need to pay attention to the words, okay? When we're doing word problems. And step number 4 is going to be define the answer, okay? Make sure you have answered the question. Give exactly what the problem is asking for, okay? I'm going to leave this a little bit longer in case you have any questions. Raise your hand if you need help or have questions. Do you have your notes, Nathan?
No, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I gave it to you already. This one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have them here. Okay, so I will continue and okay, write each of the following sentences as an equation and then solve, okay? We're gonna read, first of all, when we're doing word problems, we're gonna read the question. The total of 5 times a number and 12 is the opposite of 3. What is the number? Okay, when we see the word total, we put plus. We see the word times, x, and then it's 5, so we put number 5 on top of the question. And then we underline where it says 5 times a number. We have the number 12, we put the 12 on top. Okay, the opposite minus and opposite of 3, okay? So we'll put negative 3 in here. Once we have that, we're gonna read the question. We wanna know what it's asking, okay? And it's asking, what is the number? So we need to know what is the number. And let the x equal a number. So every time you see the letter x, it equals a number, okay? So we're gonna put the equation together. So we know we have 5x plus 12. The number 12 is given to us, and then equal sign, which is negative 3, and it's also given to us, okay? So remember, when we're doing these type of equations, pretty much are word problems, so all we need to do, read it, put the signs, put the numbers, and then do the equation. So we're gonna put a line on here, on the equal sign. And we're gonna start doing negative 12 on both sides, so we go negative 12. We cancel the 12s, okay? So we have negative 3 and negative 12. We have same sign, so we add negative 15. And then we move down the 5x. We divide by 5 because we are trying to solve for x. Okay, we divide both sides by 5. So we have x equals, when we divide 5 into 15, it's 3 times. Since we are dividing different signs, it's a negative, okay? So x equals negative 3. And that will be the first question. The answer is x equals negative 3. Okay? I'm going to give you a few more minutes to write it down. And questions, anyone? Are we doing okay? Let me move this up a little bit. Okay.
But not.
Do you guys need more time, or are you guys okay? More time to write it down? Yes, Berenice? No? Are you done? Okay. Okay, so it seems that we can move on to do number 2, and this is example number 2, okay? Again, we're gonna read the problem, and I'm gonna spin my wheel using my phone, okay? So it's gonna give me a name, and then you guys are gonna read it for me, okay? And it's going to be Jose, okay? So Jose, can you read number 2 for us?
Twice the difference of 6 times a number and 3 is 30. What is the number?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna start, once we read the question, we're gonna underline the word twice. We know twice is 2, we put a 2 on top, okay? The difference will be minus, okay? So the difference of 6 times will be 6x, a number, okay? And 3, we'll put 3 on top, okay? We close the parentheses. And then is, every time we see the word is equal sign, okay? So once you see the word is, you know it's an equal sign, so we're gonna write it down. 30, we put 30 on here. So once we do that, we're gonna read the question one more time, which is what is the number? That's what they wanna know, number 2. So we're gonna start putting the equation together. And let me move this up a little bit more. I'll give you a few minutes to write it down. And remember that let x let x equals a number, okay? So now, we're gonna put the equation together so we can solve it. So we have 2. We're gonna start with the 2, writing the 2. We put the parentheses in here. So we have 6x, because it's given to us, minus 3, close the parentheses, and then equals 30, okay? So once we have the equation set up, we can start solving the equation. So the first step on here will be to do what? I'm gonna spin the wheel this time, one more time. And we have Edie's. Okay. So we're gonna start distributing the number 2 and multiplying to whatever we have inside the parentheses. So 2 times 6 is what it is. 2 times 6x. Can you multiply 2 times 6? Thank you. So we have 12x minus 2 times 3.
6.
Thank you. 6 equals 30. Okay? So now we're trying to leave x by itself. Okay? So we're gonna start removing 6. So we're gonna do the opposite. We have negative 6, so we do plus 6 on both sides. Plus 6. We cancel the 6. So we have 12x, and then 30 plus 6. We have Edgar. 30 plus 6. Can you add 30 plus 6? How much is it?
36.
Thank you.
job.
Yes, correct. 36. So we have 12x equals 36. Okay? So what will be the last step to do in here when we're doing equations? One more question. We have Nathan. So what will be the last step to do, Nathan? We have 12x over 12. That's what? Divide?
Yep.
Okay, so how many times 12 goes into 36? If you divide it.
3.
3. Thank you very much. So the answer is x equals 3. And that's the last step. Remember, the last step is always divide by the quotient, okay? Once you guys divide it, you're going to get the answer, okay? Okay, I'm going to leave the example number 2 a few more minutes so you guys can take the notes and questions. Anyone? Raise your hand if you have any questions. And we're gonna be walking out around to see if you need any help or have questions. Vanessa, are you doing okay?
So for this one, guys, it's pretty much the same thing. Equations, but with words, okay? It's words. So we need to create the equation out of the sentence, okay? Keep that in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the example number 2 a little bit longer so you can take notes and finish the notes for number 2, okay? Are we still writing, guys, or do we need more time? No? Okay, so let's move on, okay? So 3, okay? Let me spin the wheel one more time to see who can read question number 3 for us. Avant. Okay, Avant, can you read question number 3 for us?
The long of 2 number is 7 less than 3 times. The smaller number if the sum of the number is 61. What are the numbers?
Thank you. Thanks for reading the question for the class, okay? So yes, the question is the larger of two numbers is 7 less than 3 times the smaller number. If the sum of the number is 61, what are the numbers? So the final question, we always underline the question because we want to know what we need to find out, okay? So 3, we have to underline the word larger here, okay? It's asking 7. We underline the word 7, we put a 7 on top, okay? Less than means subtract, okay? 3 times the smaller number, we put 3x on top. So we put 3x, the smaller number. We underline the word smaller number. This is keywords that they're giving us. Remember, word problems can be difficult, but we need to use the correct steps in order to solve them, okay? So we underline the keywords all the time. Sum means what? Gonna spill the wind. Thank you. Okay, means plus. Okay, so we always put plus on the sum. So now we're gonna put it all together. And remember, let x equal smaller number. And let 3x minus 7 larger number. Okay, so now we're gonna put the equation together so we can solve. So we're gonna put 3, we have x plus 3x minus 7 equals 61. Okay, so we have x plus 3x. How much is x plus 3x? 4x, okay, minus 7 equals 61, okay? So we're gonna start moving the negative 7 because what we're trying to do is solve for x, so we're gonna add, we do the opposite. We add plus 7 on both sides, we cancel the 7s. So I have one more question. Rosita, 61 plus 7?
25.
68.
Thank you. Yes, we have 68.
21.
Okay, so we move the 4x down, 4x over 4. We divide by 4, so x equals, how many times 4 goes into 68? 17. Thank you, Jose. So the answer is x equals 17. Okay? Remember that the last step is always divide by the quotient. Okay? Once you divide, you get the answer. So the answer for number 3 is x equals 17. Okay? And remember, when you're dividing, same signs is positive. When you divide different signs, it's always negative. Division and multiplication are when you multiply or divide different signs, it's always negative. In this case, both of them are positive. When there's no signs, it's always positive. So the answer is x equals 17. Questions, anyone?
Any questions, you guys, for Miss Bernal? Good job, Bernal.
Do we need more time, guys, or you guys are okay? Are you done, Vanessa? Okay. Are we still writing, Edith? Are you done? Yes, okay. So we're gonna continue with the last example that we have in here, and let me spin the wheel to see who can read number 4 for us. We have Israel. Israel, can you read number 4 for us? Israel, can you read number 4? Can someone help Israel and read number 4 for us? Hugo. Okay, Hugo, go ahead.
If 12 is subtracted from the large number, the result is 7 from the small number. What are the numbers?
Okay, thank you. So always we're doing this kind of problems, we have to read the question, okay? Because that's what we need to find out. And on this case is, what are the numbers? So we underline the question. Okay, number 4, we see the word larger, we underline it, okay? Of 2 numbers is twice the smaller number, we put 2x for twice. Okay, we underline smaller number. If 12 is subtracted from the larger number, what's the word subtracted means? Minus, okay? From the larger number, the result. Every time we see the word result, we put an equal sign. It's equal 7 more than the small number. Okay? We underline that because every time we see a word problem and they're giving us numbers, we underline those numbers because we know we are going to do something with those numbers, okay? Or keywords all the time. Now, once we do that, the second step will be to put the equation together and then solve. Okay, by putting the equation together, we know we have 2x because it's given to us, minus 12 because it's given to us. It's saying if 12 is subtracted from, so we need to put minus 12 equal x plus 7 because it's also given to us. So x plus 7, okay? We're gonna start working with the x, so we subtract x on both sides. Okay, so we cancel the x's, 2x minus x, we have x here, minus 12, okay, equals 7, okay? So up to now, this is what we have, and remember, we are trying to leave x by itself, so we start doing the opposite with negative 12, we do plus 12 on both sides. What we're trying to do is to leave x on one side, right? That's what we're trying to do. So we cancel the 12. We move down the x equals. Okay, so now I'm gonna spin the wheel one more time. And we have Nathan. 12 plus 7.
12 plus 7.
Thank you very much. So yes, the answer is x equals 19. Okay? Thank you guys. So now we know that the answer should be 19 and 38. Why? Because we plug in 19 for x, and then we multiply 2 times 19. Okay? And the answer should be 38, 19, and 38, okay? Okay, so any questions, anyone? Okay, I'm gonna leave it a few more minutes so you guys can finish, write it down. If you want me to go back, that you missed anything, any part of the notes, I mean, we can always go back so you can finish them, okay? And like I said, questions, raise your hands, ask for help, and remember, question. You need to go back?
Yes.
Which number? You have a question? Okay. Okay, so Anissa wants to go, let's all finish with this one and then I can move it back, okay? Is everyone done with number 4 and 3?
No.
No? Okay. I'll give you a few more minutes and then we can go back so the rest of the class can finish the notes that we did, 1 and 2 and the steps, right? Okay, we have steps, the first steps that we need to do. Are you doing okay, Jose?
if you cannot see from the back, then you guys can move to the front, okay? If you're not able to see, you guys can move to the front.
Yes, uh-huh. Okay, guys, and remember that next week, we're gonna take the assessment for this section. So please save your notes in your backpack or your folder or your binder, okay? Because you're gonna be able to use them, right, Ms. Lozano?
Yes.
You're gonna be able to use them for your test. So it's very, very important that you keep your notes with you all the time, okay? Because that way you can use them for your test and get a better score. Okay?
Like my answers to this, so you can
Okay, are we done writing 3 and 4? Are we done?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so we can go back. Okay, Berenice, we're going back so you can read the steps and the questions, okay? There you go. Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if you need me to go back to some of the problems that we did, I can, okay? So you can finish the rest of your notes. The rest of the class will be asking questions, and we have to create 2 questions that you have about the notes, okay? And this is for us, so we can know how to help you better, okay? Those 2 questions, and your summary at the end of the paper, so we can help you more in the classroom. So we will know what else, how to help you more so you can understand, okay? Remember that me and Ms. Lozano, we're going to be walking around, answering questions.
So guys, once you're done with the paper, we're gonna give you the assignments for today,
I
okay?
don't know.
This is for you to practice. This is your individual work, okay? This is your individual work. Huh?
Hugo, did you finish your notes?
Yeah.
Okay. Questions, Vanessa? No, you got it? Israel, are you doing okay? Guys, are you working on your notes? And remember, don't forget your questions because those are important for us, guys. So we will know how to help you better, okay?
This is the assignment for today.
Also, you can work with the person next to you, okay? Or you can work in groups. You can, yes. This is the time, so you can work on the rest of the questions that we have. There's also a formative that you guys will be completing. Do they have to do the formative? Yes. Okay, we can do the formative. Since you guys are done with your notes, let's complete the formative in Canvas, guys. Okay? There's only a few questions.
Guys, formative is just 2 questions, okay? So whatever you get,
Okay.
that's if you get 1 question right, that means you need to complete level 1, okay? And then if you get 2 questions right, like 2 out of 2, you get to do level 2, okay? So just practice whatever Miss Bernal she teach you in that right now. It's the same thing, okay? This is practice for you.
Okay, guys, so please go ahead and try to complete that. So it's a good practice for you guys, and especially to know which level you are in, you know, and so you can be ready for your test. Your assessment is going to be next week on Thursday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay, so it's going to be Tuesday next week. So yes, okay, so we'll be walking around, answering questions. Are you doing okay, Hugo?
So guys, it's formative first, then assignment, okay? Formative first, then assignment.
So
And then,
formative first and then assignment. Remember guys, formative first and then assignment, okay? Try to do the formative so we will know where you're at, either level 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you will do the assignment based on the level you are. Okay, and this is very good for you guys because once you find out which level you are, you can just complete the assignment. And what time do we start?
30 minutes?
Tengo 30 minutes?
Yeah, that's good. Well, 29, 44. Yeah?
Let's wait 1 more minute.
Okay, 1 more minute. If you need help, let us know, okay?
Okay, any questions, anyone? No? Okay. Okay, guys, so I'll be walking around helping you to see if you need anything or have questions, okay?